Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial for you guys. Now I have decided for the new year that I'm going to be doing a lot more makeup tutorials because I was scrolling through my feed and I realized that I do not upload enough makeup tutorials for you guys. I'm even considering doing like 5 days of tutorials during a week. Let me know if you guys would like that. We could call it like JPP tutorial week. I don't know. I think it'll be really fun. I feel like there's so many new palettes out there and there's so many like tutorials that I want to do that I feel like it would be a really fun way to sort of kick off the new year. So on to this look right over here. I created this look with the holidays in mind, also with New Year's in mind because that is also right around the corner. I used the brand new Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, and I also show you guys 2 lip options, something a little bit more dramatic like this, and I also show you guys something a little bit more on the nude side if you don't want to go dramatic eyes, dramatic lips. So I really hope you guys enjoy this teal smoky eye, and let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm first going to start off by priming my eyes. Today I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I'm going to blend that from my lid to my brow bone. So first grab any like matte cream color that you have. I'm just taking this one from this Tarte lip palette because it's what I have right next to me, and I'm just going to use this to set the upper part of my lid. So basically from my crease to my brow bone. All right, so now I'm going in with my Chocolate Bonbon palette, and I'm gonna grab this color over here called Cashew Chew. And on the same fluffy brush, I'm going to start to buff this above my crease, and this is going to be our transition shade for this look. So you just wanna go back and forth in big circular motions and windshield wiper motions until you're happy with the intensity. Okay, so we're gonna start adding just a little bit of depth to the crease. So I'm gonna go right above that color into Almond Truffle. I'm using the Morphe M513. This is a really great blending brush. All right, so now I'm gonna go into a more precise blending brush. For that, I'm going to be using my Morphe M514. This is probably one of my favorites for like really nice precision crease work. And I'm going to go into Bordeaux, which is this really pretty like deep wine color over here. And now I'm just going to start to build that up directly into my crease. All right, now I'm gonna go back into my really fluffy brush, my Sigma E40, and I'm just going to run along the edges to make sure that everything is smooth. I do want there to be a little bit more depth to the crease, so I'm actually gonna go back into my Tarte lid palette that I used at the beginning. Use really any dark matte brown that you have, and I'm gonna go into Multitasker, and I'm just going to put this into the crease because I really want there to be a lot of depth in that area. I really want this look to be a little bit more on the intense side. You could obviously leave it like this and not go in with a darker brown, but I'm going big today. I'm even going to touch my brush just a little bit in the matte black, barely even touching it. That makes just like the smallest difference, but it really does add a little bit of darkness there. So once you're happy with the way the crease looks, now it's time to move on to the lid color. So I'm going to be using Earl Grey, which is going to be the star of the show. It is probably my favorite color in this palette. I want that to be just a little bit intense on the lid, so I'm taking a synthetic brush. This is the MAC 195, and I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of Fix Plus. The Fix Plus is just going to intensify the color a little bit and make it look a little bit more metallic. You're gonna see it's gonna be beautiful. Like, look at that. It's so nice. So what I like to do is I like to first sweep it on the lid and then pat it on. And I find that gets the most color payoff. So I'm now just gonna take a makeup wipe and just clean up my under eyes to get rid of any fallout. So I'm going back into my super precise blending brush. Again, this is the Morphe M514, and I'm gonna go back into Multitasker from the Tarte lid palette, and I'm just going to blend again along the edge where Earl Grey meets that crease color. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking my Morphe M506 and a little bit of some matte black, and I'm just going to use this to darken right at the outer corner of my eye. All right, so now to add a little bit of light to the center of the eye, I'm going to go into Cafe au Lait, which is a gorgeous silvery color. And with my finger, I'm just going to pat this right on the center of my eyelid. And this is just going to add a little bit of light to the eye, and it's gonna look really pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the face and finish off the eyes a little bit later. So for my primer, I'm gonna be taking my Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. For my foundation, I'm gonna be taking my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And then with a very damp beauty blender, I'm just going to pat all of that out. For my concealer, as always, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to use this to conceal underneath my eyes as well as to highlight the rest of my face. And then just going in with my Beauty Blender to pat that out. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Banana Powder, and this is the Morphe M501. It's a very, very fluffy, basically like a giant blending brush, and I love using this to set my under eyes because it's very fluffy and it's very small. And I'm just going to pat this underneath my eyes. Okay, so to bronze up my face, I'm taking my Ciate London bronzer in the shade Palm Island. Oh, do not get me started with this bronzer. It is so freaking gorgeous. I've been obsessed with the Ciate line right now. I just adore the products and I'm like, oh, so good. So I'm basically just concentrating it on the temples, hairline, cheekbones, and jawline. This bronzer is so freaking pretty. Okay, so to contour, I'm actually going in with another Ciate product. This is a blush and bronzer duo in the shade Bluff Point, and I'm going to be using this shade to contour. And for my brush, I'm going to be taking my Sephora Pro Airbrush brush, number 54. This has been probably one of my favorite contour brushes lately. It's so perfect, and it's also very flat. So you're really able to get a sharp contour. It's amazing and nobody talks about it, and you guys need it in your life. So I'm just going to very lightly contour, nothing too crazy. I just want a little bit of definition in my cheeks. So for blush, I'm gonna take this blush shade that's on the other side of the bronzer duo, and I'm just going to pop this on the apples of my cheeks. It's a really, really, really pretty blush. So now to highlight, I'm going to be taking my Laura Geller highlighter in Gilded Honey, and I'm going to be using my Zoeva 134 Luxe Powder Fusion brush. This brush is really nice because it's not as fluffy as as a highlighter brush that I would typically go for, but I think I like that because it makes the highlighter a little bit more intense and it's a little bit more dense. Now let's finish off the eyes because they are not even done yet, and I feel like I completely forgot about them. So I'm going to grab a really small pencil brush and I'm going to go back into Cashew Chew and a little bit of Almond Truffle. I'm just going to sweep this on my lower lash line. This is going to act as like the transition shade for the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go in with a bit of a denser pencil brush. I'm going to go back into Earl Grey, and I'm just going to sweep this on my whole entire lower lash line and really connect it right at the outer corner of the eye to sort of connect it to the top lid and make everything flow together. I feel like it's not a holiday look without like silver, gold, or glitter. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be taking this Naked Cosmetics Heavy Metal Loose Eyeshadow. This is in number HE01. So I'm going to be taking a really, really tiny precision brush. This is a MAC 210, and I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus. You really do not want to skip this step. You basically want your brush to be like damp, like wet, because that's really what's going to make the product stick to your brush, especially when you're working with loose eyeshadows. It makes it a little bit easier, and it'll also make it look a little bit more metallic. And I'm just going to put this right on the inner corner of my eye, just like that. So now I'm going to create a little bit of a wing on the upper lash line just to finish it off, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply lashes. So for that, I'm using my Stila liquid eyeliner. All right, so I just finished doing my brows, and I also did my lashes. For my lashes, I use Cocoa Lashes Foxy. We have two things left to do. The first thing we got to do is just highlight the brow bone and inner corner. So I'm going to grab Dainty from the Chocolate Bonbon palette. It's just this color right over here. I'm just going to apply this right on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm also going to put some on my brow bone. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to give you guys two lip options. So the first lip option I'm going to show you is actually one of the new Tarteist lip paints. This is in the shade Namaste. So here we have the new lip option. I really like it. Obviously, it goes really, really nicely with the eyes, and I think it's gorgeous. So I also want to show you guys what this would look like with a brown lip. This is Brooklyn from Ofra, and by the way, it is an exact dupe of the Kylie Jenner lip kit in True Brown K. So here is the second lip option. Honestly, I would wear this. Let me know in the comments what lip color you would wear. Would you wear the nude, or would you wear something that's a little bit more vampy like this one over here? And that is it for the finished tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up for more tutorials, and of course, click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And I also want to wish you guys a really happy holidays. No matter what you celebrate, I hope it's filled with happiness, with family, and lots of food. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Today, I'm not in my studio. I am actually in my bedroom.